Hello everyone, good evening. This is dietitian Tejasri and I welcome you all to yet another episode of Health Talk series on our very own Just for Hearts YouTube channel. And as you all know that Health Talk is a series wherein the consultants from our panel, let it be dietitians, doctors, physiotherapists, psychologists, come here and guide you on topics of health and fitness so that you can stay healthy, because we always believe that prevention is always better than any cure. So coming to our today's episode is dedicated, or it's based on a very important topic. But before that, I would like to tell few things about the Poshan Maha. I guess you must be thinking what exactly is Poshan Maha. Poshan Maha, as it says that it's celebrated in month of September, where in dietitians they talk about portion. Portion is nourishing your body with nutrients so as to make you stay healthy. And entirely in this month of September, dietitians deliver awareness, or they deliver lectures so as to increase awareness on topic of various topic of nutrition, right from child health to female health to geriatric old age people health issues, and how food can act as a medicine. So coming to our today's topic, that is also equally important, and which covers the health of female, or it affects the reproductive health of female. That's the reason we thought we should come up with it. And our today's topic is dedicated on acne and facial issues that girls or female face when they are having PCOD. And our expert Munazza Kazi will be guiding us on how food can work as a medicine in such condition of PCOD, and how you can fight the problems of acne and facial health with food itself, with the right food choices. To let you know about Munazza Kazi is a nutritionist, basically based out in Mumbai. She is a registered dietitian. She specializes into sports nutrition and also guides patient into medical issues like diabetes, heart issues, and hypertension. And she also delivers various corporate sessions. So it's great pleasure to have her on this platform today.
Hello,
So hi,
everyone.
Vanessa. Good
Tha-
evening.
Good evening. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Just for Us and Tejashri, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you for coming here and taking out time for us. So as we said, Munaza, that PCOD is nothing but polycystic ovarian diseases, wherein your ovaries are not able to produce egg, and
Right.
naturally it reduces the reproductive age of a female. And these issues are really coming up, or every among out of 10 girls, 4 to 6 girls are having such issues, wherein the along with the disturbed menstrual cycle, they are having issues like acne and facial hair, which reduces their confidence, because somewhat first impression is the last impression, we always
True,
say.
true.
So
Yes.
whenever a face or the like with acne or facial hair, the aesthetics changes, and for girl it becomes very difficult to carry themselves with confidence. So what you would like to say, like what's the exact reason for having acne and facial hairs in PCOD?
Okay, so a PCOD is like a hormonal imbalance where the male hormones, the androgens, especially the testosterone, the LH, the luteinizing hormone, everything becomes higher. The levels become high. So basically, these levels, when they become high, the male hormones, so because of that, the PCOD, there's a side effect is known as acne or hirsutism, which is excess facial hair. So basically, all these side effects we see in PCOD. So the first and foremost thing that these are all, the cosmetic, basically side effects. So the main thing is because of this, the main thing is to increase the good quality fats in the diet. Okay, so that
Hmm.
becomes very important. Another thing is that, apart from the treatment recommended by gynecs and dermats, it becomes very important to correct the overall nutrition status, because the hormonal changes in the body requires a major lifestyle change. Unless and
Hmm.
until this lifestyle change is corrected, how much ever medicines you are taking, it will be of no use. So basically, the major lifestyle changes and physical activity becomes very important for both correction of acne and facial hair. And mainly the facial hair is seen, in the like a mustache, or on the face, neck area, or on the chin, jawline. So it becomes very embarrassing for the girls, or for the women. So the main thing is like, both it boils down to your hormonal imbalance, and if this hormonal imbalance is corrected, then everything will be sorted out.
You mentioned a very important topic at the start of your answer is like you need to include good fats, because whenever a single acne comes up, or there are certain issues that occur with the face, the first culprit is the oil from your diet or the fats from your diet, to be
Yes.
precise. And along with that, so what you feel, that is the fat the culprit or the hormones are the culprit?
Actually, the hormonal imbalance leads to, all your changes in the body. Like so the lifestyle changes correction becomes important to correct the hormonal imbalance. So basically,
Hmm.
the good quality fats like your almond, walnuts, avocados, inclusion of, omega-3 fats in the diet. So everything, because of this, the acne will reduce. And mainly acne is a result of increase in the androgens. So the oil production in the skin increases. So our main goal should be to normalize the hormones so that the oil production in the skin normalizes, and the acne spots are not seen on the skin area itself. So mainly a normal balanced diet, we look at it. Good quality protein and fats in the diet we include, and of course the both the like you said, your question. So according to that, the main thing is the bad kind of fats. Nowadays we see the mostly the culture of eating out, ordering things from outside. So whatever unhealthy oils and fats they use, and especially the processed foods like maida, everything like the now the pizza, burger, and the shawarma culture is there. So all these include all these processed foods, they contain the unhealthy kind of fat. So we really don't know whether what oil they are using, how many times in the same oil they are frying the same food stuff, or they are making the whatever food stuff they are using mayonnaise, which is another kind of unhealthy fat which is included in that. So all this eating out culture which is becoming the norm, especially in the lockdown phase, we have seen. So all this needs to be stopped. And also the good quality protein in the diet. See, nowadays because of acne we say that let's cut down on the milk completely, but that is a myth. No need to cut down unless and until the allergen test you're doing, and it is specifically coming in the allergen test that the you're allergic to casein, or you're lactose intolerant, then it becomes important. But just cutting down the milk and milk products, like someone I know, is very fond of milk and milk products, and
Hmm.
because of that, if I cut down, then everything it leads to, the diet and all, the person will not readily follow if the favorite foods are cut down. Yes, if a person is following the healthy balanced diet very well, doing physical activity, but then too the acne is not receding, or the acne is still visible on the face, then in such extreme cases we say, okay, fine, you cut down on your dairy products, because the dairy products, they contain a hormone which leads to acne formation. So that's why at such times, but other times, we don't really control we include the good quality protein in the diet. Of course, the low fat dairy is a must. And
Hmm.
as I said, the good fats should be included in the diet. Inclusion of fiber becomes very important. Fiber helps in decreasing the cholesterol levels in the body, which is another in PCOD. We see, the lipid profile, there's a lipid profile, the blood sugars become haywire, there is insulin insensitivity. So that's why. And also, in the acne, we have seen that hydration becomes very important. If your body is dehydrated, then the acne formation is seen more and more. So that's why increase your water intake becomes very important when someone is suffering from acne. So that all this should be sorted out, of course. And good sleep is very important. Nowadays we see that kids are like staying up very late, and too much of social media. So all this should be stopped. So it requires a holistic approach. We can't pinpoint on any one thing becoming a demon. So it requires a holistic approach. Then stress control becomes very important. So sleeping early, controlling the stress, Yoga, meditation becomes very important along with physical activity. And also in PCOD, we have seen that mostly, there is a the black band which is seen behind the
Hmm.
neck. Okay, so all these are signs of insulin insensitivity. So because of that, it's a risk that in the future the child may develop high blood sugars. So
Right.
that's why, yeah. And also there is another symptom which is seen is, underarms. There is the darkness of the underarms,
Hmm.
especially girls. They develop underarms, and behind the neck there is a darkness. So all these are symptoms, and it can be corrected by modifying your lifestyle, becoming more conscious of what you're eating. Of course, eating mindfully also becomes very important. Controlling the portion size. Even if you reduce a few kilos, it will help in controlling this hormonal imbalance. And because of this hormonal imbalance, the side effects like hirsutism, which is facial hair, and acne will become normal. Everything will get controlled.
Right. So, as you said, holistic approach is required, and I feel that there has to be a discipline. Like nowadays,
Exactly.
discipline in our routine is somewhat is missing out because we
Very
tend to
true.
eat as per our commitment, work commitment, and food is
Right.
always at the last priority. We keep
Right. Right.
ourselves at the last. So I feel that even if those are college going girls who are having PCOD, because the onset starts from the puberty itself. So make sure that you take care of your girl's diet right from pre-puberty to puberty phase, so that, and also whenever you feel like there are certain changes in your menstrual cycle, consult. And as said by Munaza, it is very much important to have discipline related to the food choices, related to the exercise, and also sleep. And along with that, the most important nutrient, that is water. So, as you said, the next we come to the next complication. I wouldn't say complication, but the manifestation of PCOD is the facial hairs. So, what do you feel like? Why are facial hair like having? Everyone has certain amount of facial hair. Okay, so what kind of facial hair is the red flag sign with PCOD?
Yes, so the facial hair like a mustache type, then on the chin, jawline, on the face, this becomes, quite embarrassing for the girls. So mostly I would say that, the first and foremost is that stress shouldn't be there so much. Of course, you can go for cosmetic treatments and you can remove the facial hair by, nowadays we get quite safe creams and all. So all this can be done, but correcting lifestyle habit becomes very important. Skipping breakfast. Nowadays, mostly I see that college girls, they skip breakfast and they completely have anything and everything in their college canteen, or this starvation mode is so much that they starve since morning. And when lunch and all time is there, then they completely have all the junk food. So mainly I have seen that, so as per we need to correct the hormonal imbalance. Hormonal imbalance also, there is many deficiencies seen in PCOS female. So deficiencies can be, vitamin deficiencies, low vitamin D levels, B12 deficiencies. So correcting these, getting a blood test done becomes very important, especially now that 90% of Indians are deficient in vitamin D, B12, and also girls have very less hemoglobin levels. So
Right.
improving the quality of iron in the diet becomes very important. If you're a non-vegetarian, including omega-3 like fish, fatty fish like salmon, then you kingfish, rawas, bangda, surmai, all these becomes very important. Fish intake becomes very important. Also, if there is a pure vegetarian, then the sometimes the protein intake in the diet is so less that it mainly it's like a carb. The person is having the carb intake becomes too high. So
Too
we
high.
as Indians, we as Indians mainly we are labeled as a carb eating country, right? There is no inclusion of protein. Even if non-vegetarians, they will have protein hardly, non-veg hardly once or twice in a week. So I would say that increase your protein intake, reduce the carbs whenever you're starting a meal, especially if an overweight PCOS client or a patient I get. So I always say whenever you starting a meal, just have one glass of water with sabza or chia seeds so that you are feeling full, and then you start with your salads and roti and sabzi and whatever rice if you're planning to eat in controlled portion size. So if you are having a glass of water and salad, then the fiber and the good water intake will lead to satiety, early satiety, and therefore the portion control will happen at a very nice nice type. So,
Yeah.
small and frequent meals becomes very important, and having breakfast mid morning, including fruits in your diet. I would say that many people, they are very they think that the fruit juices outside, or the canned fruits which we get, so they are very healthy. But you see the amount of sugar whenever you're buying any food stuff. You see the amount of sugar. So not all canned or tinned foods or packaged foods are bad. You need to read the labels, which becomes very important. So for a woman who is who has a corporate job, who has kids also, so sometimes buying things from outside and eating becomes very convenient for them. So I would say
Correct.
always read the labels very properly. See the sodium content, which is the salt in the labels, sugar content, overall carb content, and the protein also becomes very important. So nowadays, we have to see that we have protein snacks. So it can be your roasted chana kurmura peanuts, it can be makhanas. So evening snacks, all these healthy snacks can be included in the diet. Also for
Right.
PCOD, we recommend some superfoods in the diet, like apple cider vinegar, cinnamon powder. So all these foods can be incorporated, which helps in correcting the hormonal imbalance. And
Imbalance.
because of this, the side effects like acne and facial hair, okay, so all these side effects reduces. And the skin becomes clearer, including good amount of fats, gives a lustrous sparkle to the skin. Your eyesight improves. So everything side effects get corrected by a good healthy diet. That's what I would like to say.
So the first thing I would like to summarize what Munazza had said, because she had mentioned very important topics. So first is, don't get frightened first. You need to handle this gracefully. Acceptance of yourself in the way you are is important, and at the same time working on the flaws is also equally important. So as mentioned earlier, focus on the diet. Don't follow any routine. If your friend has lost weight, don't follow the same diet for yourself, because then, as she said, different deficiencies occur, and again you're into the loop of hormonal imbalance. And also make sure that you have enough water. Keep a watch on your eating outside habits, because as she said, mayonnaise and all those things, and I'm worried about the quantity in which that has been put up. We could see in the reels, it is like a huge layer of cheese that
Right,
has been put up just because for
right,
the sake the kids like it, or the consumer like it, because but that's not the right way. And also sleep is important, because that's the only mechanism, I would say, wherein the body repairs on its own. So make sure that you sleep well, and have a proper meal, a discipline in your diet, have a disciplined timing of exercise, disciplined timing for all the three meals, that is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because this discipline has somewhat come out of from our routine. If we could compare our earlier generations with us,
true,
it
true,
is the discipline that has gone, because of which I would say that we are into this loop of hormonal imbalance. To break it, it is important to work on each factor at the same time and not to take a stress about it. So,
right, right.
thank you so much, Munazza, for joining us this evening. And it is great pleasure to always interact with you. And do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And if you are interested to know about any particular topic, let us know into the comment section. Thank you so much.
Thank you.